Greetings and blessings, everyone. Now, this is a very controversial video. This video is filled with facts, and this is a black man narrating this. This video proves the superiority of white women over black women. Now, before you guys get upset and say that I'm dissing black women or disenfranchising black women, that is not the case. I'm actually showing you things of what's going on. Like, for example, these pictures that I'm showing you, you got white women that are wearing black women hairstyles, and that is going on a lot in corporate. White women are actually taking over the swag of black women. They are becoming the new go-to women. Remember, there was a time where they were promoting that blacks were inferior and that white women were always better than black women. Well, actually, they've been always able to stabilize that fact, because I have pictures here of white women with booties. A lot of them have booties, and I'm showing you that just for every black woman that is beautiful, you have a white woman that is 10 times more beautiful. And it sounds crazy what I'm talking about, but if you get a good example like Shakira and Beyonce, they sample a lot of what they copy, a lot of the white woman hairstyles, and now you have a white woman that actually made Beyonce look bad by having her own kind of black hairstyle. See what I'm saying? Also, white women are always the most into the African culture, the Rastafarian culture, than even blacks. And that is a well-known fact, that you'll find more white women that are into the Rastafarian culture or the African culture or anything to do with Africa. You also have more white women that are advocating against racism than you do black women. A lot of black women like to tear down white women instead of let's come together. Today's white woman has evolved and has surpassed the black women. No disrespect, they have. Yes, there is a theory that they got going on that white women have higher divorce rates, but you also got to understand that they also have higher marriage rates. Because if you have high divorce rates in the first place, you would have to have high marriage rates to begin with. And even though white women may have the highest divorce rates, they are the ones who are most married and more most likely to get in relationships with black men. You've seen the pictures I'm showing you, the picture earlier that passed that had a Rasta man with a Rasta white wife. That is going on a lot. A lot of Rastafarians are marrying white women. That's an African man with a white American woman. You have a lot of that going on. Most people of other races prefer white women. This is actually a known fact. You have here actor Eddie Murphy that has dated a white woman. And Michael Jordan, in case you guys don't know, has just become a billionaire after he married this white woman and had a baby on the way with her. So you got to understand, these are what's going on. This has proven the superiority of white women over black women. Also, you have this actress, Ellen Pompeo, who is more successful than her black husband, and she married him, and she has a child with him. And you have Miley Cyrus, who's known to be liked a lot by black men. And if you read the captions on the screen, you can see. At the end of the game, in the season finale, Jason Pitts chose Kelly over Chardonnay. So there you have it again. Marilyn Monroe did love black men, and she did a lot for African American in the community. And you have a lot of white women that date a lot of men of different races, like white women with Asian men. You have white women that also date Indian men, and you also have white women that date Hispanic and Latino men. White women are the most dated women out of all races, and they are seen with every race because they are the ideal woman to go to because how established they are. A lot of it has to do with some part due to racism too as well, because of how we were put down. But one thing we can learn for a fact is white women are good at taking care of their children. They're very good mothers. Even if they're married to their own white husbands, they still raise black kids. So you got to understand, this is showing the progression of white women over time. They have evolved. You have to give props to this actress that is from South Africa that is known by, there's a lot of racist whites that don't like blacks there, and you got Charlize Theron, who's from there, who is supporting and adopting black children. And let's not forget about the lovely actress who's very curvy and wonderful, I have to admit, Sandra Bullock. She's adopted a black baby. White women adopt black babies in higher numbers than any other group because white women know that black kids are the most that are not involved in adoption. And the picture I just showed you back with all those baby mamas, that is the average black woman you see today, unfortunately. And all you black men that want to chase all these light-skinned women, saying you love light-skinned women because they come from a white mama, and they praise light-skinned women so much and got this Jim Crow mentality. What I've also found out, these same black men that praise light-skinned women, they really prefer white women. This is what they really want. You see a lot of these black women dyeing their hair blonde and trying to be this. This is what they're imitating. Black men have proven time and time again that they prefer white women. This is most black men, most Asian men, most Latino, Hispanic men, and other men. White women are still winning. So to the winner goes the spoils. Basically, you got to understand it like this. This is big. This has been going on since the past. White women have been loving black men since the past, and they have been forbidden to date black men. And now that those forbidden days are gone, you're going to find the interracial relationship between black men and white women explode. Black women have too much attitude problems, and they're very standoffish. And they basically have this get out of my face. They try to ignore you, put their hand to your face, don't want to talk to you. And this goes on a lot in my area where I live in Melbourne, Florida. So what I'm speaking is the truth. Most black women will not give you the time of day if you live in Melbourne, Florida. And for every one black woman, there's 12 white women in Melbourne, Florida. And most white women don't have babies out of wedlock like the black women do. Now, this is a double standard that I wanted to talk about, how you have a lot of black women. You have more black women that marry white men, which includes Asian women, because Asians are originally black. So we do include Asian women in this. Most black women, especially African women, do marry white men, then black men marry white women. This is actually a known fact. I mean, you can go find out for yourself. If you look, I'm showing you a whole bunch of pictures of black women with white men. And I've actually seen it because I have a new neighbor that lives across from me that is a black woman that has 3 kids by a white husband. So the truth of the matter is what they don't want to tell you. Halle Berry has to pay child support to her ex-boyfriend. Yeah, or fiance, and now she's married to this gentleman here who's also white. This shows you the preference that black women have for white men. Tommy Sotomayor was right about it, and he's been telling the truth all along, and you guys don't want to listen. Now, for the situation with Paula Patton and Robin Thicke, I really hope it works out, because that was a great relationship in my opinion. I have no problem in black and white relationships because I do condone them, and I've been in a relationship with a white woman, and it was the longest relationship that I had with it due to experience. Now, this is black men with Asian women. A lot of black women want to be funny and say that there is no Asian women that date black men or marry black men, that they usually with white men. But actually, the rate of Asian women and black men has increased a lot. It's actually increased a lot more than I thought. You have a lot of Asian women that prefer black men now. I mean, they're starting to come to their senses these days. Just, you see, I got pictures of Dave Chappelle and Wesley Snipes and their family. I wanted you to really see about that. Now, here's pictures of black men and Indian women. Now, this wasn't common before. You used to always see Indian women with either white men or with their own men. But you have a lot more Indian women that are marrying black men. Matter of fact, this picture is coming up right here. This you can find on Facebook. This is a Facebook picture of a black man and an Indian woman. And you do have black men that have children with Indian women as well. So you have a lot of that going on. Could you imagine if you had a nice looking thick sister like Mindy Kaling that was with a black man? So I mean, that would be a nice match up there. And look how nice and curvy she is. And those of you guys who want to say that she's chubby and fat, but she's not. She's nice and curvy and got a perfect shape. Here's another Indian woman that has curvy shape. And I have more pictures of Indian women that have curvy shape, that have booty and everything. Now, this is the fact that I want to show you. There is a lot of white women that have curves, and they're very beautiful, just as natural as black women. So for every single black woman that you can find that is beautiful and thick, I can find you a white woman that is beautiful and thick and looks 10 times better than that black woman that you put on there. Because these are white women that they don't want to show you. You even got white women that are actually tall, like 7 or 8 foot tall, and still have booty, like this one. See, they don't want to show you those things because they want to say that white women don't have flavor, white women don't have look. But I'm a man that like white women every bit as much as a black woman. And sometimes I do think white women have better ways than black women because they proved it from time to time. Now, some of these pictures you see are some beautiful actresses that I see on TV a lot, and they're very curvy and beautiful and look very good. I mean, I'm talking about they look very fit and healthy. This actress name is Jane DeNoble. She looks a lot like this black actress named Kat Carney. So I decided to put the two of them in the same and just kind of show you how they look somewhat alike, and they both have similar curves. Now, after I show you this picture of Kat Carney in her beautiful curves, I'm going to show you Jane DeNoble in her beautiful curves and show you how similar they actually look. See, they look very similar, more similar than not, even though they're two different ethnic groups, but they look very similar. See, I show you another picture of Jane. She looks like she's about 28 years old, and I can tell you she's a very nice looking fit woman who's been taking care of herself and has been in the game a long time. Now, when I show you all these pictures, these are all white women. These are real pictures. They're not Photoshopped, and this is a muscular white woman with booty. Muscular, fit, and trim with booty. You see what I'm saying? So for you to say that there's no white woman with flavor, they got them. And don't forget, you got this one here. Her name is Iggy Azalea, and she's dating a black guy. This shows you that to a certain degree, white women are superior to black women. Not to say that they're better than them, period, but they have actually shown that they're actually more care for the black man than the white, I should say the white woman care more for the black man than the black woman seems to, which is crazy. So, and these are the pictures I wanted to show you of beautiful, curvy women that are white, that are from Europe. Like this one is Finola Sweely. She's a very beautiful woman from CNN. This is the lovely actress right here, in case if you don't know who she is. This is Heidi Shands. She's been doing some movies. She's a very beautiful model, very curvy. She's got nice lips too. I've seen her in a movie and she's got some nice lips. I'm talking about when you see the sister, she looks very, very African. Matter of fact, that picture's coming up next. If you look at the lips, you can see how very ethnic they are. So black women have a way of saying how white women don't look good, and I decided to put the best looking white women that I have on here. All these white women I'm showing you all have curves. All have curves right here. This one is Erin Hawksworth, but her name is really Erin Hawksworth, but I call her Hawksworth because she's very hot. This is Taylor Swift. Taylor Swift has some curves herself. Beautiful blonde hair, blue-eyed woman, has curves, and she's also into hip-hop. She's done country, even though she's not even from a place that does country. She's from Philly. I never even knew that. And these are more pictures of curvy white women. So for those of you guys who are so they say that there's no white women have flat ass and all that stuff, you got a lot of thick white women. You got white women that are all 7-8 foot that are thick at the same time. Some be 5'11", some be 6 foot and be nice and thick. This is the lovely Amber Smith. She's very curvy and nice, and she's been seen in a lot of movies. She's been in How to Be a Player with Belle Bellamy, and she's also did How High with Redman and Method Man. I recently saw that movie the other day. She looked very nice in that movie, very impressive, and she's very curvy. And it shows you that white women have curves. These are all white women with curves. I've shown you nothing but white women with curves that look just as big as any black woman that has curves. So anyone that wants to go away and say that white women are not good, why don't you look at the things that a lot of good white women has done and has actually contributed to giving back to the community. A lot of white women have done things for the African American community, but they're not going to list it. The people who are the PRs or whatever or the news are not going to talk about it. They want you to continue to hate white women and be jealous of them and to say bad things about them. Look at Jolene O'Keefe. You know she's in that movie. That series Hit the Floor. You can see her in that. She looks very nice in there. This is another thick white woman right here. That's on the beach. Another picture of a thick white woman. See, so far every picture I've shown you, every single picture I've shown you are white women with ass. So for those of you that say that the white women don't have ass, I've actually debunked your myth and show you even a thick redhead. So I've shown thick blondes, and this is the beautiful actress right here, Allison Janney. She's very slim, but she does have curves. If you look very carefully, you can see that she has curves. She's very slim and she looks very nice. She's very healthy. She has a very perfect shape. And I'm going to show you another shape of a super curvy white woman, and she's a blonde. Check this out. So for those of you that say that white women cannot reach the level of black women, you're sorely mistaken. This is the lovely Sophia Shyness. If you see, she's very nice and curvy and thick, and she has beautiful lips. If you look at her, you can see a lot of white women do have afro features in them. It's to show that they are pretty much come from the same line as black women as well. This is Lana, and she's very lovely, and I seen her on the WWE. And she was a singer. Her name is CJ Perry. She is a singer. I don't know if she's still singing, but she's an actress. She was on The Game. If you look at one of the episodes with I forgot which episode it was, where she was in the bed and what's his name called her. And this is Lisa Varga. Lisa Varga is actually voted the most beautiful, entertaining, curvy woman in the world. And she's a beautiful blonde hair, green eyed woman. This one coming up here, you know who this is. This is Summer Rae of WWE. And she's very nice. I wanted you to see her curves to show you that she does have curves, that she's not as thin as a toothpick like people wanted to think. These are all white women with curves. Every single white woman I'm showing you has curves. Every last one. They're just as beautiful as black women, if not better. Way better. So for those of you black women that want to come up with your attitude problems and talk about how this and that and how black men are selling out to white women, you got to think of your attitude. Your attitude is what it is. This is how y'all are today. Y'all want to be hood rats. So I want to show y'all that what y'all represented today. I live in Melbourne, Florida, and that's all I see. But even in the ghetto, I see more white women date black men, even in my ghetto. White women are with black men than black women with black men in the ghetto. And this is the self-hate that black women have. The self-hate inferior complex. See, this is what white women look like today. Have the black women lost? I pretty much say for now they have. So this shows you that black women have really fallen off their high horse because they don't care about themselves anymore. But check this out. This is a fact I wanted to show you about. White women has brainwashed black women to the point of almost extinction. Look at Margaret Sanger. She supported Planned Parenthood, and look what she's doing. That's part of the Democrat crap. Where you have, look at this. Blacks have the highest abortion rates because we follow anything that other people tell us. You know what I'm saying? Wake up, sisters, because this is not where you want to go. Look at this. I'm showing you all the facts. You've been deceived by Planned Parenthood. Do not listen to them. Gloria Steinem now, she is another woman that helped deceive the black people. She didn't do nothing to help. She just created feminism and messed up the black woman mind. Now black women got I don't need a man attitude. See, even Maya Angelou was seen with her before, and this is long before Maya Angelou passed. This is a long time ago. White women are now the most married women in the world. How did that happen? Because black women are slipping. So now the white woman is coming in and proving her superiority over the black woman to show that she is better than she is. But at the same time, we cannot promote hatred for other races. We have got to come together and wake up. But until then, black women, this is it for you, man. Peace, one love, wake up, and let's come together. God bless.